Welcome back to the third part of my simple electronic load project. This time I want to put all the components that go into the front plate, well, it's not a front plate, but that go into the front of the case in and wire them up. So yeah, let's get started. Yeah, the most critical component is obviously the case for the meter. And the thing is, these Chinese thingies, I think I have a mailbag or video for that card link. You can't get them in when the board is in because the snap-ins won't flex, okay, because they are pressing against the board. Yeah, so you have first to get the board out with a side snap in, and then you can hopefully snap the frame quite easily into the case. Looks good. Yeah, then we have the binding posts. And yeah, let me get that apart here. And I made here a technical mistake. This goes into the front, and you remember they have a tiny little nose here to prevent that part from rotating, and I have tiny little noses in here. Yeah, that fit, hopefully. So, red to the left. Yeah, it's not that easy to remember. Then this part comes on this way, and no, this way, and then we'll have a nut, and that's it. Now for the other side, it's exactly the same. Okay, LEDs. Yeah, slight change of plans. If you remember the front panel layout, red for reverse voltage goes to the right, and one pin will go to the board actually, and the other will be wired internally. I already soldered that on. And these should also snap in quite easily. Yeah, perfect. And the yellow one. Yeah, it's really starting to look like something. Yeah, the switches. I did something here to, yeah, at least to one switch to minimize the height that is required. Yeah, that's too deep for that little case. Yeah, and I have to put them the right way around. This will be the power switch. I mean, they are the same. This will be the power switch, and the on position should be down to the top of the case. And I'll verify that just in case. Because I suspect these are very hard to get out again. So this should be the on position, so we should have contact. Yeah, and this will be off. So it should go in this way. Snap. That was easy. Yeah, let me cut the stuff off the range switch first. Same game as before. The on position should be down on the top, and this will short out an additional series resistor to my 10-turn pot, changing the range. Yeah, so on, off, on, okay. Nice. That leaves us with the pot. And there is a special washer missing there. Let me go search for it. I haven't found the special washer that was supposed to use that little hole here. Obviously, I buy my Borns clones from two cheaper source. Anyway, I found a fitting knob. So yeah, let's just try that. I attach some wires right now before putting it in, huh? Yeah, let's do that. But yeah, just a test fit, so I want it to be as far out as possible, so I don't waste any space inside. But I still want the knob to be covering up the whole thing. I guess that's good enough. Give me a second to put some wires on here. So, got the wires on. Yeah, this white for wiper. I always use white for wiper. And this should be counterclockwise, but yeah, let's check that, put that completely to counterclockwise and measure from the wiper to hopefully almost 0. Yeah, 2.9 ohms. And the other thing should be clockwise, which should now be 10 kilo ohms. Yeah, in parallel to my body resistance. Wonderful. Let's do it this way. And I actually need something, another pair of pliers to hold that in place while I'm fastening it. Oh, something gave way. So the pot came apart. Can you see that? Yeah. So first, can we still repair it? Let me get some other probes. Okay, so doesn't matter. Wiper and clockwise is okay, almost 10 kilo ohms, and if I turn that down, it stays on 10 kilo ohms. Did I do something wrong? I assumed 1, 2, 3. So 1 counterclockwise, 3, yeah, 1 and 3. There is the clockwise stamp, 3 clockwise and 2 middle wiper. But obviously the contacts are, and they are not numbered in any way. I mean, you can guesstimate because these two are a little bit made of other material than that one. That's 1, that's 3, that's 2. So counterclockwise, clockwise, wiper. Okay, let me fix that. I rewired that thingy and I fixed it, the housing, by putting on some Loctite. Let's see. Let's put in the panel instrument the right way around, hopefully. Yeah. Don't forget the red window with the rough side out. Yeah. And then the panel instrument with the decimal dots to the ground, to the bottom. And I noticed there was on one of these 7 segment blocks, there was still the protective foil on. So yeah. It's Chinese Instruments. I already put on a link to it and a card, I guess. And I also replaced the connectors with soldered connection just because of the build height. So now it really starts to look like something, huh? Let's put on the knob. Nice big knob. Next step, wiring up everything inside here. So I have only the wires left that go to the board, or to the breadboard at first. The battery connector. I need some strain relief here, and I had these thingies around, and obviously I filed it a little bit down to size so it will fit in here. And I found hopefully a fitting self-cutting screw for that hole here. We will see. I'm not quite sure about the screw. Anyway, and I want the cable to come out at the bottom, so it's not interfering with anything. I'm not sure about that screw, not at all, but yeah. This cable is going nowhere. Now the black side is a little bit long. Maybe I can... No, there's no way No. Okay, strain relieved. Perfect. The red connector will, so positive input, will be set up when I do the soldering, but I need something from negative input to the board with a little bit thicker wire. So, yeah, nothing special here. I'm just thinking that about here comes a fuse up quite high. So, yeah, how do I route that? This will go just here, so not interfering with the board, which will sit on here, of course. And now I think it's time to change the venue and do some soldering inside the case. So, has been a while since we were on the black desk. First, a little change of plans. Yeah, this is no longer going to the board, but the drain of the MOSFET, I want that directly connected to the positive input. I mean, it's absolutely no use heating up copper on the board for that purpose, is there? Yeah, there's unfortunately a little thingy there. I need a screwdriver or something. If I could keep it down there somehow. Maybe with a little clamp. Yeah, that's doing the job. And then it should go all the way to the front. Okay, battery cables aside, to the positive connector. So about-ish here. And that yellow wire goes the same way. Yeah, the yellow wire is measuring the input voltage directly. I started out with a completely different wiring philosophy. Yeah, philosophy, you heard right. I wanted to... I started out with a completely different wiring philosophy. Yes, philosophy, you heard right. I wanted to put every pin here on the front plate into a connector at the board. Yeah, but that would lead to an insane amount of connectors. And yeah, so now I'm connecting up everything that I can connect up here on the front plate, and only really route the wires that I really need on the board to the board. I need more yellow wire because I also need, for the reverse voltage protection, the input voltage on the board. Yeah, you thought you got me there. No, you didn't. This is not connected to anything. I can put the heat shrink on here, no problem. And now these three wires can all go to the positive. I need the nut. And that can all be safely bent down. If there's space, that is. Yeah, not too bad. Now we have a whole lot of red cables flying around here that could go on to the power switch here. So not these red cable, but that red cable here certainly. Route that through that slot. Oh yeah, nice. And this red cable, maybe route that through here. And I need a third red cable. Oh, can you see anything? Probably not. That goes with power to the board. I was sure I had a piece of heat shrink pre-cut, but alas, I don't. So, and the power from the battery goes to the switch. Still hot. Yeah, I think we have most of the things. That is going to the board. The pink here is going to the board. That pink there is going to the board. Okay, our source and gate is going to the board. This is going to the board. This is going to the board. This is going to the board. Sorry. Ah, okay. So this is the wiper that is going to the board. This is ground. And this is also ground. And both should be going to the board. Why is that so short and that so long? I have no idea. It's only a temporary measure while breadboarding. Nothing else black going to ground? No? Yeah, I'm literally soldering that around the camera. That was ground from the battery, and yeah. I have one spare pin here. Let's take that one. The ground from the battery is going to the board and not directly to all these grounds here, or the two grounds I have, because even for the battery there's a reverse polarity protection. Reason being, yeah, in theory you cannot put on a 9-volt battery or put in a 9-volt battery the wrong way around. But you can still put, yeah, the clip the wrong way around, or touch the clip the wrong way around it. And yeah, killing something because of such a stupid mistake would be most annoying. Okay, I think I have everything that's going to the board, but yeah, that bad boy here. That leaves us with these thingies here. And yeah, white for wiper, goes definitely to the board. And the orange one, that is clockwise, shall go. Haha, that's a little bit tricky. The orange one clockwise goes to the board and to the switch. And here comes from the board the reference voltage of 9 volts. And just checking if the switches, yeah, they still seem to work. I need another color there. Just in between, I somehow managed to forget that damn other fourth cable power to the board from the 9-volt battery. That's most annoying. Yeah, power to the board. And I wanted, yeah, something from here, some color. In my despair, I found nothing else than another red. Which is kind of okay, because it's stabilized 2.5 volts. And orange is stabilized 2.5 volts through some defined resistance. Ah. Almost. So, now I would like to pair up some of the... Why is that so long? It doesn't make sense. Yeah, I know I put on pins on every cable, but not all of them make sense, you know. For example, these 3 should be 1. These all have to do with the pot, and they should go onto 1 connector. Okay, I need more pin headers. That's all the stuff to do with the pot. Okay, that last one's a little bit ugly. That's my shunt in the meter. That's my MOSFET. Ground and input. That is input ground and input positive. And by the way, that helping hand here, Toolcraft model SETI 10H is shit. Okay, don't buy it. It's from Conrad. I guess you can also get it from Faulkner, but yeah, it's no good. It's cheap, but no good. Okay, that's my input that can go to the board. And now I have ground and power left. Yeah, I put that also. Battery ground and battery power. I put that also into 1 connector. And we're almost done. The only thing I'm missing now are... I think I'll leave them separate for now. Okay, Let's return to the nice white bench. So I have all connectors out onto my breadboard, and I have connected a 9-volt battery, and the two LEDs, two pinkies, not pink, lilac, lilac for left. Left. Okay, that's not so good. I have to label them. But if I connect now battery ground to the ground of the front panel, and I switch it on, there's already live in here. Very nice. So at least that's working. So yeah, next time I will start prototyping. Basically the power supply part, so reverse voltage protection for the battery, and the current regulation itself. That's the most important thing, and then we will have to do some measurements around that. Till then, bye.